Hi everybody, my name is Trine Mikkelsen. I'm coming to you live here on Facebook. Hi Facebook, from Montreal on a rainy but warm day. And I'm a yoga therapist. I focus on women's health, menstrual health, infertility. And today I want to talk about well-being. Because well-being is something, it's a word that we talk about all the time. It's what we strive towards. And yet, we don't really know what it is. What does it really mean to me to have a sense of well-being? What does it mean in my body, in my life, in my mind? And unless we know what it means to us, how are we ever going to find it? And yeah, if you're wondering about these guys today, my daughter has, for the last week, been my hairstylist most mornings. And she asked me today to swear by this guy's head, to not take them off no matter what. So here we are with ponytails. What you gotta do. So I want us to look into this idea of well-being. So I wanted to have pen and paper ready as always. Whenever these live videos comes on from me, make sure you have pen and paper. Make sure you're comfortable. This is your little time to check in with yourself and to get some support. So pen and paper, go get. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of reflection. I'm part of a reflection group, a bunch of us here in Montreal, who's been coming together every 2 weeks for years and years now. And well-being is what we looked into last time. So I wanted to share that with everybody. A little bit of my own personal practice, my own personal reflection, and so I'm sharing it with my greater community here. So let's just start by doing a little spiritual practice. And really, I love doing practice because it brings me from this sense of being outside of myself, out into the world, very using my senses to connect outward. But the spiritual practice helps as a gateway, as a bridge to come into myself and to connect to that inner voice, that inner wisdom that we hold in our bodies. So coming to a comfortable sitting position, have a nice straight spine. If it's hard for you to hold your spine on your own, you can always put a pillow behind, right down by your tailbone to help that nice lift that it gives on your low back. And closing your eyes. And just simply start by bringing your awareness to your breath. So just breathing in to your body, into your system. Nice, long, deep, even breaths. This is your moment to come back to yourself, to come home. Breathing in, creating space in your body. Breathing out, relaxing into that space. And then I want you to follow your next breath, breathing in. And as you breathe out, follow that out breath all the way down into your heart. Keeping your eyes closed. Let yourself settle into that heart space. And then use your imagination to see an altar in your heart space. And on that altar, there's a bright blue flame. See it, feel it. And then imagine that flame starts, the energy from the flame radiates out from your heart space, from that altar. out through your body. It spreads out up to the top of your head, down into your legs, to your body, out into your fingers. So it radiates out. It might even move beyond your body. Feel the energy from your heart expanding out from that bright blue flame on the altar of your heart. What does that feel like? Keep having nice, long, even in-breaths and out-breaths. And then bringing your awareness from your body back into the space around you. You might hear the sounds around you. You might feel what you're sitting on underneath you. So you start bringing that sense of having the sensors inward, outward. And keeping your eyes closed. And then I want you to think about what the word being means to you. Being. If you were to describe the word being, to be, what would be some of the key words that you would use to describe this? So take some time with your pen and paper, write being, colon, and then just associate, like free associate, write all the keywords, all the descriptions that means to be, being for you. And then on the next line, you write well, colon, and I want you to do the same thing. Write down all the descriptive words that you think about, that comes to you when you think about well. The word well. What does that really mean to you? And then take these two, and you obviously, after you can replay this video over and over, and you can take longer time. Look over the description that you have for being and for well. Merge the two together. So the being, to be, and the well, bring them together. So write well-being. Now what, having done that little bit of an exercise with the keywords, what does that mean, well-being, to you in your life and in your body? So you can write a few sentences. As you write, I'm going to move so I can come up to standing. So keep writing. And then put your writing aside, and again you can go back to this and you can go deeper, but sometimes only having a few minutes to do this, those first initial keywords or feelings that come up is often the ones that are the most potent. So now you have being and well, you have them put together. Now I want you to come onto the floor, and I want you to come out into Tadasana, the mountain pose. So you're going to have your feet hip width apart, standing strong, Imagine that you have a little string up that's lifting you up, so you're becoming tall, tall, tall. Nice amount of space between your vertebrae. You can close your eyes again as you breathe and use that in-breath to lift you up, 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 up. And as you breathe out, sink down, soften your face, your shoulders, sink into your space, coming back home. So standing in a mountain pose, standing straight, standing strong, grounding yourself down through your feet. So feel Mother Earth coming up, supporting your feet. Find that place where you feel balanced, where you're not leaning forward or backwards. Sinking into your heels, so grounding yourself, taking space on this planet, your space. And open your eyes. So you're standing on top of a mountain. Imagine you're on top of a mountain. You have full view all around, the view of your life. Take a moment to look around. And then ask yourself, how is well-being presented in my life? How does well-being show up in my life? Where do I see it? Standing in the mountain pose, taking your time. Holding this pose as long as feels comfortable. How is well-being presented in your life? And then again, come back down. Take a moment to write this down. And then start implementing this. Now you have a little bit of a deep dive into what well-being really means to you. And start cultivating it, bring it in. Now you have a little more clarity. Always that opportunity to get on top of that mountain and look all around. If we don't know what well-being means to us, we can't create it. Now you know. Now go create. Use that innate feminine power that we hold to create our lives. From our hearts, from our wombs, and from that ability to imagine and feel. Lots of love from Montreal. Let me know what came up. I would love to hear your reflections, your insight, what's well-being to you. Please share. Thank you so much. Talk to you next week. Next week. Bye.